Well, welcome everybody to today's daily visit with God. And I know that this will be a Thursday that you see this recording. And that means that you've missed, we didn't have one for Monday and Tuesday. I was last week out of town up at our camp. And so I didn't prepare anything last week for these. I've been pre-recording all of these. And so we missed Monday and Tuesday, but we'll catch up Thursday and Friday. Today we're going to be in Job chapter 30. And the actual passage is verse 31, but I'm going to read a little bit higher than that. In Job chapter 30 and verse 28, it says, I went mourning without the sun. I stood up and cried in the congregation. I'm a brother to dragons and a companion to owls. My skin is black upon me and my bones are burned with heat. My harp also is turned to mourning and my organ into the voice of them that weep. And notice where Job says, my harp is turned to mourning. It reminds me of another passage, Psalm 137, verses 1 through 4. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down, yea, we wept when we remembered Zion. We hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof, for there they that carried us away captive required of us a song, and they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? So what's happening there is the Jews in Babylon believed it would be inappropriate for them to sing their songs of victory and rejoicing and worship while being captive in a strange land. Music has several purposes, and really, I would suggest that biblically, music is intended to record an event or an experience, such as Moses in the Red Sea. It can be used to worship God, as we see many times in the Psalms, and it can be used to stir the soul. Once again, we see that in the Psalms. Some music creates in us a spirit of rejoicing and celebration. Just the music itself has the ability to lift the spirit. Job said, on the other hand, his music had turned into mourning. So he's now using music to sustain his spirit of grief. You know, music can reflect that kind of spirit, a spirit of grief. You've heard it, music like that. But I doubt that it's ever really appropriate. It's ever really an appropriate use of music. Israel hung their harps, the Bible says, on the willow in Babylon and forgot the God of their heritage. I think it had been better if they would have used the songs, if they would have sung the songs of Zion and kept alive their faith. How much better it would have been in times of distress to sing songs that lift the spirit rather than to use music to sustain or reflect a sorrowful state. Music can be used to mourn, or else it can be used to lift up the spirit. And I think we ought to determine to do the latter.